Ibn Khaldun, the visionary historian of 14th century Tunis, and Karl Marx, the revolutionary economist of 19th century Berlin, come together in a timeless dialogue. Their exchange takes us from the historic streets of Tunis, where Khaldun developed his theory of cyclical history, to the industrial heart of Berlin, where Marx laid the foundations of modern economic thought. This simulated debate centers on two crucial themes: the nature of historical change and the role of religion in society. Drawing from Ibn Khaldun's Muqaddimah and Marx's Das Kapital, they clash over whether civilizations are shaped by moral and social cohesion or by economic struggle and class dynamics. Join Attic Books as we unravel the intellectual tension between these two monumental thinkers, offering fresh perspectives on questions that continue to define human progress.
History is full of patterns, Marx. Societies emerge with vigor, thrive in unity, and eventually succumb to decadence. This cyclical rise and fall is written into the fabric of human existence.
Cycles, you say? Fascinating. But I see history as a straight road, one driven by material conditions, not abstract patterns. It is the class struggle, the clash between oppressor and oppressed, that propels societies forward.
And yet, the evidence speaks otherwise. When solidarity fades, when individuals prioritize personal gain over collective good, civilizations collapse. Material struggles alone cannot account for this phenomenon.
Solidarity? What you call solidarity is often a facade crafted by those in power to maintain control. The ruling class imposes their ideology to suppress dissent. Beneath it all lies the exploitation of the working class.
Exploitation may exist, but it does not define the whole of society. Leadership and shared values, these are the glue that holds civilizations together. Without them, even the strongest economy cannot save a people.
Aha! Leadership, you say? That's just another term for domination. History is littered with so-called leaders who protected the interests of the few at the expense of the many. The working class must overthrow such structures to create true equality.
Equality is a noble goal, but revolutions are rarely so clean. They disrupt the balance, yes, but often pave the way for new elites to rise. Your classless utopia sounds ideal, but is it realistic?
It is more than realistic, it is inevitable. The contradictions within capitalism will bring about its own downfall. The proletariat will seize the means of production, and with it, the chains of oppression will be broken.
And then what? What happens after this great upheaval? Without strong governance and cultural continuity, societies descend into chaos. A vacuum of power invites disaster.
Power will no longer rest in the hands of a few. The collective will govern itself. Workers will organize, free from the exploitation of a ruling class. It's the natural evolution of society.
Natural? History suggests otherwise. Societies require structure, institutions, and discipline. These do not emerge spontaneously. They are cultivated over time, often by strong leadership.
Institutions, leadership, those are remnants of a feudal and capitalist past. They are tools of oppression. The dialectical process ensures that such relics will crumble. The future belongs to the collective.
And yet, human nature does not change so easily. Ambition, greed, the desire for power, these traits will persist. How will your revolution address these?
By eliminating the root cause, private property. Greed and ambition thrive in a system of ownership. Remove it, and you remove the foundation of inequality.
Remove ownership and you risk removing incentive. People must feel they have something to protect, to build. Without it, will they toil as tirelessly as you imagine?
They will, because their labor will finally belong to them. Imagine the creativity and productivity unleashed when workers are free to reap the full benefits of their effort.
Perhaps, but history shows that excess can corrupt even the purest intentions. Prosperity breeds complacency, and complacency invites decline. Your utopia may falter under its own success.
Decline is not a law of nature, Khaldun. It is the product of oppressive systems that deny people their true potential. Revolution, driven by necessity, breaks these chains and leads to progress.
Progress itself can be a trap. When people lose sight of their roots, when they forget the virtues that once united them, their society becomes brittle. Even progress must be tempered by reflection.
Reflection without action is meaningless. Philosophy must not only interpret the world, but change it. And change comes through struggle, not passive contemplation.
Struggle, yes, but also wisdom. The leaders of a revolution must understand the cycles of history or risk repeating its mistakes. Balance, not extremes, sustains civilization.
Wisdom lies in recognizing the forces of history and aligning with them. The proletariat is the force of our time. It will rise, and with it, the old order will be swept away.
Perhaps, but as the dust settles, new challenges will arise. The cycle will continue, Marx, whether we acknowledge it or not.
Then let the cycle break. Let this revolution be the one that changes everything. History demands it.
Religion is the foundation of social cohesion. It unites people under shared beliefs and provides moral guidance. Without it, societies crumble under the weight of their divisions.
Religion? It's the opium of the people. It dulls the pain of exploitation and keeps the working class subdued. The true foundation of society is the economy. Control the means of production, and you control the world.
And yet, the greatest civilizations were built upon a synthesis of spiritual and material values. Religion provides a higher purpose that no economic system can replicate. Without faith, society loses its soul.
Aha! Society doesn't need a soul. It needs justice. Religion often serves as a tool of the ruling class, justifying inequality and discouraging rebellion. The bourgeoisie thrives on divine endorsement.
True, rulers may misuse religion, but that does not diminish its societal value. Religion inspires solidarity and trust, fostering bonds that no purely economic system can create.
Solidarity? Religion fractures solidarity. Think of how it divides people into sects, each claiming moral superiority. Economic systems, on the other hand, can unite humanity through shared material interests.
Economic interests are transient. They bind people only as long as their needs align. Religion, however, transcends time and unites people through enduring principles and shared identity.
Shared identity, you say. Religion has justified slavery, feudalism, and capitalism. It pacifies the oppressed with promises of an afterlife, distracting them from the injustice they endure here and now.
Promises of the afterlife instill hope and resilience. Societies cannot thrive on material gain alone. When economic systems fail, as they often do, faith sustains the human spirit.
Hope is not a substitute for action. Faith may console, but it also pacifies. The exploited masses must rise and seize their rights. Revolution is the only path to true freedom.
Revolution is fleeting. A society without moral guidance quickly descends into chaos. Religion provides the ethical framework that stabilizes change and ensures lasting progress.
Lasting progress comes from dismantling oppressive structures, not stabilizing them. Religion binds people to outdated hierarchies, while economic reform sets them free.
Economic reform without spiritual grounding is hollow. Prosperity often leads to greed and corruption. Religion tempers human ambition and reminds leaders of their responsibility to the people.
Greed and corruption are byproducts of inequality, not prosperity. Once the means of production are collectively owned, there will be no ruling class to exploit the masses. Religion's moral authority will be obsolete.
Obsolete. Religion answers questions that economics never can. What is the purpose of life? How should we treat one another? These questions shape civilizations far more than wealth ever could.
Purpose and morality should emerge from human reason and collective action, not divine commandments. A society built on equality and cooperation will find its purpose naturally.
Reason alone is insufficient. History shows that societies governed by pure rationalism often falter. Religion provides a sense of unity and purpose that transcends reason.
History also shows that religious societies often stagnate, clinging to dogma while the world changes around them. Progress demands we let go of these chains.
Progress without reflection is dangerous. Religion is not a chain. It is a compass, guiding humanity through the complexities of life. Your revolution risks losing this guidance.
Humanity doesn't need a compass when it can chart its own course. The real guide is material reality, and the first step is breaking free from the illusions of religion and the inequalities of capitalism.
Material reality is fleeting. Without a spiritual foundation, societies risk losing their way. Economies rise and fall, but faith endures.
Endures, yes, but at what cost? Religion's endurance has justified centuries of oppression. It's time for society to evolve beyond it.
Evolution must respect tradition, Marx. A society that abandons its spiritual roots will struggle to find balance. Economics alone cannot provide meaning.
Meaning will come from liberation. Once the chains of oppression are broken, people will create a society that reflects their true potential, without the need for gods or kings.
Liberation without morality is hollow. True progress harmonizes the material and the spiritual. History will judge whether your vision can achieve this balance.